Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of a fat activist saying there's no point in losing weight because fat phobia is a systemic issue. If I lose weight, what's that going to do to help all my fellow fat babes? They go on to say, what do you want us all to lose weight? And then fat people don't exist anymore? As if they're like a race or something. We're also going to be taking a look at a couple of bonus clips from this same creator, including one where they talk about how to be confident even if you're fat. Please be sure to check out my second channel where I talk about things that are not related to fat acceptance. I recently released a video over there about how JoJo Siwa has lost her damn mind. Here's a link. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache. She's going to be responding to this comment that says, before I say this, I think everyone deserves love and happiness. This is a genuine question with no intent to offend, but is this not a wake-up call? Losing weight is hard, but it can help your... And then the comment cuts off. I'm imagining they were going to say health.
Okay, you seem like you are genuinely trying to understand fat people's perspectives, and so I will try to answer this question politely, even though this is a question that fat people are constantly having to answer for thin people.
Thin people are always asking you if it's a wake-up call that you couldn't find your size at the store? Okay, so if not being able to find your size at the store wasn't a wake-up call, what about when people constantly ask you if it's a wake-up call? Is that a wake-up call? We got inception levels of wake-up calls here. Wake-up calls within wake-up calls.
Number one, you are proposing an individual solution to a systemic issue.
Your weight is not a systemic issue. It's personal.
So let's say in some reality that I decide to lose a bunch of weight and suddenly I fit into straight sizes and I don't have to shop for plus sizes. What about every other fat person on the planet?
They're going to have to do the work themselves to lose the weight to fit into the clothes. Each individual, actually. Your weight loss is not going to help anybody else. I could stop smoking crack, but what's that going to do for all the other people that are out there smoking crack? What? Is this going somewhere?
Are you proposing a future where fat people just don't exist?
Well, obesity is a disease. It's not like a race of people or a type of people or a religion. So if everybody stopped having this disease, that would be okay.
Because that's not a reality that could ever actually happen.
All right, so they asked you if not being able to find clothes in your size at the store was a wake-up call. And you responded with, if I lose weight, what's that doing for every other fat person on the planet? And also, if all fat people lost weight, we wouldn't even exist anymore. Is that what you want? So it wasn't a wake-up call? Is that a no then in response to that comment? Because what you said doesn't make any sense.
Are you proposing a future where fat people just don't exist? Because that's not a reality that could ever actually happen.
Okay.
Secondly, let's say tomorrow I decide to try to lose a bunch of weight. Okay, how am I going to buy workout clothes? How am I going to buy clothes in the meantime?
You buy clothes that fit onto your body the way that it is today, so that we can cover ourselves out in society. So you're saying that we shouldn't lose weight because then we're going to have to buy all these intermediate sizes when we're in our largest size all the way down to our smallest? You're going to have to buy all kinds of wacky sizes in between there. May as well not even lose weight. May as well fight a deadly disease instead, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot more convenient, clothing-wise.
Am I just supposed to not have clothes until I reach some desirable size in which I'm allowed to have clothes again?
Yeah, if clothes are difficult to find in your transitional period from obesity down to what's considered a normal and healthy BMI, then you may as well not even try to lose weight. That is honestly the weirdest excuse to not lose weight. How am I going to find pants?
Thirdly, you describe this as a wake-up call, that if there aren't clothes in my sizes, then that should be motivation or give me the thought to lose weight. Here's the thing though, here's a little secret for you, babes.
Okay, babes, fill me in on the secret. I'm all ears.
My entire childhood, essentially, from the age of like 10 to the age of 22, was trying to lose weight, was trying to be this ideal size that society had decided I needed to be.
Well, it really sucks to like try to lose weight, but to do it in a way that doesn't make any sense and doesn't work. That can be insanely frustrating, but that doesn't mean that we need to be put off with the idea of weight loss in general. We've seen other people do it, so logically, we know it's possible, we just weren't doing it right.
I worked out 5, 6, 7 days a week.
Well, there was your mistake. You're supposed to work out 8 days a week.
2 hours a day. I ate.
Wow. You worked out 5, 6, 7 days a week, 2 hours a day, and you couldn't get any results. Gee, it's almost like what you eat matters, huh?
Everything I was supposed to eat. And you know...
No. That's not physically possible.
Know what that did? It didn't make me skinny. It just gave me an eating disorder.
Yeah, those fad diets seem to do that sometimes. Working out all the time, but not eating right so you can't lose the weight is definitely gonna mess with your mind, so I'm not surprised.
It has been scientifically proven that losing weight doesn't work for the vast majority of people.
Nah, I lost weight, and I've met others that have too. So, in real life, when you get outside and you touch grass, you'll meet people that have actually done it. If all you do is surround yourself with these brain-dead TikToks, you're gonna get a skewed perspective of the real world.
4 out of 5 people will gain back all of the weight that they lose within 5 years.
Nah.
And probably gain even more than they originally lost.
No.
So telling people that wear plus sizes that they need to lose weight in order to gain the magical ability of being able to buy clothing like everyone else doesn't help them at all.
That's not what they said. They said if you can't fit into the clothes, this should be a wake-up call. They didn't talk about magical abilities to fit into clothes if you reach a certain size. Like, you're putting all these weird mythical connotations onto weight loss. Because from your perspective, it is as rare as a unicorn. Alright, so that was another classic. I can't lose weight, so it's not possible. Mwah, those are some of my favorites. I would be far too embarrassed to upload a video talking about something that I didn't achieve and how it's just not even possible in general because I couldn't achieve it. Like, to me, it's just transparent and it's very embarrassing, and I would never upload such a video. Next.
Like, at this point in my life, I feel like if someone asked me, do you think you're attractive? I wouldn't know how to answer them. I know someone's going to...
Okay. Well, that would be weird for somebody to ask you, do you think that you are attractive?
Interpret this as me fishing for compliments or for sympathy, but I promise that's not what I'm trying to do. I have a point to make. Growing
There better be a point.
up as a young fat kid, I was constantly bullied for my looks, constantly told that no one would ever find me attractive, that I would never have a significant other, you know, the whole 9 yards. And so as I got older and I was trying to develop a sense of confidence, I would combat that previous bullying by going way in the other direction. You know, posing in front of the camera and going, oh damn, who is she? Like, ooh, there's a baddie here. Like,
okay. I love people's positive affirmations into the mirror. That's real good. So you used to fluff yourself up with positive affirmations to overcompensate for your lack of confidence when you're in your house and you're walking past the mirror. Oh, damn! Who let this fine-ass bitch up in the house? Jesus Christ, look at you. Dude, who is that hot person staring at me? Oh, it's just my reflection. You go to brush your teeth. Oh, damn! Who is that sick bastard? Oh, it's me. You don't have to be confident just because you're physically attractive. Your confidence can come from like your intelligence or your skills, or like, dude, I could do backflips and shit, homie, so fuck you guys. Like,
all this stuff to like hype myself up of like, oh, I'm so pretty, oh, I'm so hot. Now,
you could have been confident that you're so intelligent or you have this skill or that skill or whatever, like I said.
I'm at the point in my confidence journey where Obviously, I know all of those people who bullied me beforehand were full of shit.
Okay, but there's no such thing as a confidence journey. That would be called developing yourself through hobbies, skills, personal development, you know? That's where your confidence comes from.
But I also don't really believe this overly hyped, oh, I'm so sexy, I'm so hot thing that I did to build my confidence.
Well, yeah, we can't just delude ourselves. Like, yesterday I hated myself. Today I really love myself. What has changed between then and now? Nothing.
It's kind of like when you start looking at a picture for too long and it stops looking like a picture and just like a series of lines or colors. Or maybe it's like when you say a word so many times that the word loses all meaning to you. Look at it.
Okay, so you've stared at yourself in the mirror for so long that you're like, I don't even know if I should be confident or not. I'm just a bunch of colors and lines in the reflection.
A picture of myself, or I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, I guess this is what I'm working with. I guess this works. Like
All right, okay.
Like, it's not really a neutral feeling, it's just kind of like a confused feeling. I think I've made it past the point of tearing myself apart every time I look in the mirror.
Because you're just confused now, as you just said. You just see yourself as a jumble of colors and lines, and you're like, what even is that?
And I guess that's good that I'm past that point. But I've had people ask me, like, do you think you're attractive? Do you think you're a good-looking person?
You just say, yeah, I do. I think I'm real hot. Way hotter than you, stupid. Why are you asking me? Are you jealous? You want a fist fight? What's your problem? No, I'm just kidding. Don't start getting all aggressive and giving them 21 questions. Just say, yeah, I do think I'm hot. What's up? What's the problem, sir?
And I don't know what to tell them because I feel like my image of myself.
If somebody asks you, do you think you're attractive? I think they're trying to take you down a peg or insult you ultimately. You should just ask them the same question. Do you think you're attractive? Attractive enough to go around questioning me about my attractiveness? You must be very confident in your looks to try to randomly take the piss out of me. Or rather, you're so insecure about your looks that you're asking me if I think that I'm attractive because you think that I don't think that I am. You're really just showing your own insecurity. Pretty much anytime somebody randomly insults you, it's because they are insecure. That's how I take random insults from strangers. Like, oh, you must have felt really threatened by me.
Is so skewed at this point that I couldn't really give them an accurate position either way.
Well, likely they weren't looking for a genuine response anyway. If you can build your confidence up in various ways that have nothing to do with the way you look. If we weren't so superficial, we would see people as more than just a one-dimensional being. I'm a little bit deeper, you know, I'm not like the rest of these plebs. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just like the rest of these plebs. Next.
Imagine my dismay as a young woman when
Jack and Mike D to my dismay.
I found out that people were being nice to me because they wanted to sleep.
She's in dismay when she discovered that people are nice to her just because they want to sleep with her.
I'm not trying to be shady or side-eye to this woman who's just sharing what her experiences were, but I just wanted to add to this as a fat woman who grew up fat. Growing up fat, you are consistently told that it is physically impossible for people to be sexually attracted to you outside of like fetish.
Okay.
To the point that even if a thin person does loudly proclaim their love of fat people, it's either treated as there's something wrong with them, or they're just doing it as a pity party for the fat person to make the fat person feel better about themselves.
Well, I think it is kind of weird for a thin person to proudly proclaim their love of fat people. So I could see people having a strange response to that. I love fat people. Freaking love them, dude. They're the best. All right, man, we get it. What the hell? Why are you acting so weird, man? Am I not allowed to proclaim my undying love for people living in a larger body? Oh, yeah, that's chill and everything, but this is a meeting. Yeah, we're having a meeting right now, Frank. What are you doing? Listen, you moron. I've got a propensity for obesity. Can't you hear me? Oh my God, dude, why do you always interrupt our meetings with this? Call security! Security!
So for me, it's really hard to perceive myself as a sexual being for other people.
That sure was a sentence that happened just now. It's hard to perceive myself as a sexual being for other people. You know what? Me too. What is all of this? What is this language? What are we doing?
Like, I will wear the low-cut tops, I will wear the mini skirts, I wear all of that because I think it's cute and I like how it looks on me.
Right. What are you doing? What is this whole entire spiel, dude?
But thinking of other people perceiving me sexually in that way, it just doesn't occur to me. It's not something that I believe is happening.
So you wear a bunch of revealing clothes and go out into public for yourself, and you can't imagine anybody perceiving you in a sexual way or whatever you said. I'm not sure where we're going with this.
And I'm sure it is. I'm very cute. I'm sure there are some people who are, but it just doesn't occur in my brain that that is something that's happening.
Maybe it's not happening.
When I interact with the world. And I'm not sure that I really prefer the alternative. I don't know if I really want to be sexualized all the time.
Okay, so you wear revealing clothes and go out in public and nobody responds, and you're saying now, I don't know if I want them to respond, honestly. It might be annoying to have people always hitting on me. Well, it is a double-edged sword like I've talked about before. If you're a very attractive woman, it will come with a lot of positive perks, but it will also come with a lot of weirdos.
Or feel people looking at me in that way. But yeah, it's just not the way that I interact with the world.
Okay, so she just stitched with a person who said, imagine my dismay when I realized that everybody was just being nice to me because they wanted to sleep with me. Her response was pretty bizarre and once again didn't really make sense as a response to what that person said. She said that nobody is attracted to fat people and you're considered some sort of weirdo if you are. Also, I go out wearing revealing clothes and I do it for myself and I don't need this sort of attention from the public. And I'm not sure if I would even want that sort of attention from the public, is what she said. It was honestly a weird response to that person. Didn't make a whole lot of sense. You took what they said and just made it about yourself and growing up fat or whatever. So what do you think of the clips that we just saw? Is it pointless to lose weight because that's not going to help with the societal fat phobia? Can we develop our confidence by just looking in the mirror long enough that we stop seeing ourselves as a human being altogether and just see a bunch of colors and shapes? And what do you think of the final clip where she says she hasn't been sexualized by society? Leave a comment below. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.